Hello, and welcome back to Coin Lady channel. In 2023, if you own XRP, you are among a very small number of people. In fact, less than 1% of the world's population is familiar with the term. Even though I'm not a fan of making predictions about prices, I wouldn't be surprised if it reached a multi-trillion-dollar market cap by 2023. After all, you have it till then. Because, well, there are a lot of reasons for that. One of them is because, over time, I believe you will see that money goes to places and things that are valuable. A cryptocurrency's true worth lies in its utility, that is, in its ability to address practical issues in the real world. In the near future, we will undoubtedly witness it, and this crypto community has been in the spotlight recently. With good cause, markets are escalating. There will likely be a sudden influx of millions of dollars into the pockets of many people. I believe that if Bitcoin consistently reaches new all-time highs, it will eventually set the stage for XRP to do the same, as the cryptocurrency moves in sync with market trends. For that reason, it is also an exciting place. The money will just magically appear for XRP holders, in my opinion, even if you're looking beyond that, if you're looking way beyond that. Because of how quickly I can read through it, I would like to do so. Not to mention that this article is rather recent. Plus, Mike Novogratz shared this with us today, so take my words about him with a grain of salt. On the other hand, he is the boss of a fund called Galaxy Digital, which according to my last count managed assets worth around $4.6 billion. In it, they analyzed the effects of the massive wealth transfer on cryptocurrency and published their findings under the title of the same. Plus, you'll get a sense of how young you are, as well as how others perceive value over time and ask questions like, where is the value, and how will the money flow? A tremendous wealth shift is about to occur, unlike anything we have witnessed in recent history, perhaps even in the history of our species. First things first, I want it to be crystal clear, I come from absolutely no financial background. This is not a financial advisory. Also, listen, you shouldn't base your purchases or sales on what I say. For fun and as a pastime, I create YouTube videos about cryptocurrency and related subjects. I'm just an enthusiast. Before I go on, I do want to point out a few things that Mike Novogratz has been incorrect on a variety of important topics. Today, in the afternoon, he shared this item that I mentioned. Luna made sense to him, so he got a tattoo of her on his arm. About 5 months later, it ground to a halt, thereby ending its existence. Also, the FTX token for an imaginary cryptocurrency exchange soared up in price not long ago, though. In crypto, strange things happen all the time. Who cares? I was anticipating it and thought it made perfect sense. Provided no logic. But all this time, he was spouting forth on how XRP was illogical. Within the utility, I simply fail to comprehend. I mean, what the fuck is going on here? This is why I will emphasize it yesterday. That is why I would rather not explain everything. Billionaire Mike Novogratz retracts pessimism regarding altcoins, confesses he was incorrect about XRP, and covers the topic in a piece from the Daily Huddle. Finally, he understands. Because of this, I always maintain that, given enough time, credit will be given where credit is due. Worst of all, the thing that you believe shouldn't be happening persists. Think about where you may have gone wrong and engage in some introspective thinking, you'll need it. Well, it seems he did that. He seems to have admitted that XRP is useful in the real world. Congratulations to Brad Garlinghouse and even Ripple, he exclaimed. But he was skeptical for a major reason. Ripple's massive XRP holdings made him think it didn't add up. Although I knew about them before I dived headfirst into cryptocurrency in 2017. A total non-issue for me. The great majority of people on Earth obviously could care less. Since XRP is currently in escrow, Ripple shouldn't have placed it there and shouldn't be keeping it there given that it's a rolling escrow, otherwise, they would have destroyed the XRP ecosystem by now. If it weren't for the monthly influx of XRP, they likely wouldn't have done it. Indeed, the catastrophe has very likely already been uncovered. Am I correct? It was shelved because their reasoning for doing so was flawed. When it comes to the broad strokes, though, you're going to love these statistics for this year. This is why, for the truly long-term minded among you, becoming a wizard isn't necessary. Having a constant state of anxiety is not necessary. People that are patient and willing to go where the utility is will, in my opinion, reap enormous rewards, and XRP will play a pivotal role in that. This article, titled The Great Wealth Transfer and Its Impact on Crypto, discusses it. A new wealth distribution will emerge in the next several decades when billions of dollars in assets and funds are passed down from parents to children. Compared to their parents' and grandparents' generations, today's youth are digital natives and invest differently, with a pronounced preference for cryptocurrency and Bitcoin. Thus, it is not surprising if this is the pattern you continue to observe. It's just natural that the younger age be the one to embrace new technologies, isn't it? For everyone, this is old news. A thorough understanding of its implications for crypto is, however, of paramount importance. Why? Because I'm about to read some hard numbers to you from your screen, and you'll see exactly where the majority of the money is hiding. The thing, though, will move on. Given the nature of life's cyclical nature and everything. My point isn't that baby boomers aren't involved in the cryptocurrency market anyway. Quite the contrary. There is no way that could be accurate. Wow, I can't believe there are baby boomers tuning into my channel at this very moment. You're all so ahead of the curve, seriously. Due to this, I will not use an overly generalized approach. I'm just being honest about it. Yes, it's mostly young folks, but there are plenty of boomers who know what they're doing. A personal example would be the unanticipated passing of my mother a few years ago. Death took her at the ripe old age of 67. Boomer, indeed. The truth is, though, that she possessed cryptocurrency, and quite a bit of it. None other than Bitcoin and XRP did she possess. It was her holdings of Bitcoin and XRP. Her goal was to be seen. So, you'll find all kinds of boomers who do. The interest from the baby boomer generation is incomparable to that of the younger generations, that is all I'm trying to say. Yes, that is my whole argument. Data just proves it, although many boomers are quite astute. As a result, many have amassed substantial wealth. Now that you know to look at this, I'll just highlight a few of the important points they made. The first list item, the millennial generation is going to get the biggest windfall in human history. Nearly 2/3 of the United States household wealth, $96 trillion, belongs to the baby boomer and older generations, even though they only make up 1/3 of the adult population. This is more than 11 times the wealth held by the millennial and younger generations combined. According to their calculations, the baby boomers and other older generations are about to hand up $4.4 trillion to the millennial generation, who stand to gain the most. Because of inheritances, Coldwell Banker predicts that millennials will have 5 times the wealth they had at the turn of the century, so it's not true that all of that stuff would be transferred for $84.4 trillion, that's what they're saying, while they sit here. Therefore, it is not the case that simply invests in cryptocurrency. Nevertheless, what if the amount was only a couple of percent? Additionally, it could be something else entirely. And thinking about how the younger generation's investment strategies work? Indeed, that is totally doable in this context. Quite a sum, I must say. I keep harping on this point because it's relevant to those whose focus is on the long term, rather than the fleeting thrills of the present. For sure, that's cause for celebration. Potential here will outstrip potential in any other asset class for decades to come. Being a part of this crypto community is thrilling for that very reason. I can't wait to discuss this topic with you all because of that. But I know you listeners get it, and I don't think enough people do. To be sure, there are always new people getting into cryptocurrency, but I do my best to get the word out. So that we don't muck this up, I'm also making sure that everyone is aware of it. No messes allowed. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, especially with the rise of cryptocurrency. And thus, it has already occurred to me, you know. My father passed away at the young age of 59, so both of my parents passed away suddenly. That was in the year 2009. It was quite unexpected as well. Indeed, I am a member of the younger generation to inherit substantial wealth. My real motivation is a simple lack of contempt for the legacy I've inherited. This means that I am not encrypting it at this time, rather, I am simply maintaining it in preservation mode. It remains, nevertheless, a component of my wealth. Furthermore, I'd rather not discuss specific figures, because I find that sort of tacky and douchey, so I'll just share with you what I have. The tiny bit of privacy is what I value, but I will admit that I have invested more money as a result of that, even if I still lose money frequently. The sources of revenue for me are many. More and more, I am investing in cryptocurrency than I would have in the past. The impact on our behavior is ongoing, and I feel like a mere anecdote among many. Still, I feel compelled to share this with you because these awful things have happened to me, and I want you to know that they are having an effect on the actual amount of money invested in cryptocurrency. Their passing has finally occurred. Unfortunately, my financial situation has changed because of this. Not the money I inherited, but my own money has been piling up in cryptocurrency because of this. I believe that preserving it is the most appropriate thing for me to do in order to honor that legacy. However, its growth mirrors your own. But my point is that it is meaningless. I would say those investments are more precarious. All I'm doing is taking the money I'm making, and it's making me feel great. Well, that's all. Simply said, I am investing more than I normally would. My current level of diversification is fine, but I truly believe that I would be much better off in a few years if I invested all of my wealth in cryptocurrency immediately, something I am perfectly capable of doing if I so desired. Thus, my confidence in crypto is unwavering. Such being said, I will not be engaging in such activity due to my uneasiness with the utterly absurd level of risk involved. Because I will be completely hurt if I am incorrect. Unfortunately, I just can't bring myself to take such a chance. My best guess is that I'd be better off if I just threw everything into crypto, but I'm not going to do that, although I will still be increasing my crypto holdings. Also, this is what you can expect to observe. Money is going to pour into cryptocurrency, and that trend will only accelerate with time. It's just the way things are supposed to work out here. Next, there's the fact that millennials and Gen Z are the first generations to grow up with constant access to the internet. They're also more politically engaged, culturally aware, and ethnically diverse than previous generations. Caused difficulties by many recessions, high housing costs, and substantial debt loads, there have been a plethora of surveys comparing generations' levels of crypto adoption, and the results consistently show that millennials and Gen Zers are 3 times more likely to use or accept crypto than baby boomers were. Getting the money into these crypto-friendly hands might lead to a dramatic increase in demand for Bitcoin and other crypto assets, which brings us to our next bullet point. Believe me when I say this, we all know it's going to happen. The event is taking place. I can feel it happening as I type this. Just know that things are going to become faster from here on out. Simply put, it is what it is. See, you've been to Circa a lot. Have you watched The Lion King? This is not true. The younger age has a higher rate of technological uptake than the baby boomer generation, thus we predict that an additional 160 to 225 billion would flow into crypto markets if the great wealth transfer happened today. In light of the fact that, by 2045, the majority of the wealth possessed by boomers and previous generations is anticipated to have been transferred to younger generations. According to our calculations, the wealth transfer might cause an additional $20 million to $28 million to acquire cryptocurrency every day for the next 20 years. Regarding XRP, you are really ahead of the curve, as I was just expressing. Additionally, I believe that many individuals will attain money that changes their lives in the relatively near future. Look at the big picture, though, and you'll see that there are a ton of opportunities here, even for those who don't think they have the capital to invest what they perceive as a large sum of money into XRP or any other cryptocurrency. Everyday people, you can run your timeline here, and opportunity is available for you. Just so you know, I'm just like everyone else. We can all benefit from it. Given the current state of the cryptocurrency market, your position will only become stronger as time goes on and more capital enters the market. And this, in my opinion, is the general trajectory of events. Those who are unable to invest an absurd sum will nonetheless feel as if they have won the lottery because of the enormous impact that will be felt. To be honest, I still think that for those who stick on, it will feel more like winning the jackpot slowly but surely. I mean, when people look back at the pricing in 2023 10 or 20 years from now, they will be astounded and say things like, "I wish I had that opportunity." But the present moment is where we are living. Welcome to the party. We're here early. And I simply believe that is precisely it. Opportunity, increased financial flow, and time are all reasons why I just think this. Because it is. I am not equipped to provide advice on financial matters. It is highly discouraged that you act on the advice I give in this writing by purchasing or selling anything. Please like and subscribe my channel. See you later, bye.